Hello again. Back for our third course, this time about the Iridium 9555. This time we are going to be talking a little bit how to actually make calls that go to the satellite phone. So you see the satellite phone there in the distance. It is turned on as the antenna extended, and I can see from here that the phone is registered, so that means it's ready to accept calls. So if we were in one of our countries and we wanted to try to call the satellite phone, we would, of course, probably get our own cell phone, and we would dial in the number. So again, most of the time we want to try to dial as if we were calling an international number. So we would dial 00 and then 8816. That's almost always the prefix for these Iridium numbers. And then this phone has this is the rest of the number. Hope I did it right. We'll go ahead and try to call it, and we'll see what kind of if we get a good response there. Hopefully it'll ring for us in a little bit. But one point about what you saw me do there was I put in the 00 to start the number. That's because I'm here in Mexico, and that's the prefix to a number to try to call outside of the country, the international dialing prefix, let's call it that. This is a big source of confusion a lot of times because especially for and there we go, it is actually making the call. I'm just going to hang up on it because I don't want to get the phone charges, but you see that it did go through there. But the point is just that we want to make sure that everybody knows that the 00 that I put in, that's because I'm here in Mexico, and that's the international dialing prefix for a Mexican number. This is confusing because a lot of the materials we get show 011 as that prefix, and that's because that's the number in the US that you use to get an international number. So whatever country you're in, just put in the prefix that works for you. In most of the world, it's 00. In the US, we like to do things differently, sometimes with 011. But wherever you are, go ahead and try with 00, or use whatever you know to be your own country's international dialing code. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was that, like I was just mentioning there, because I didn't actually let the call go through, is that calling directly like that from a cell phone or a landline phone is extremely expensive. It can be upwards of $3 to $10 a minute. So we don't want to make a big habit of that. So another way to call a satellite phone, which is actually a lot cheaper, is to use what's called the two-stage dialing system. This is a system that Iridium has set up to make our calls a little bit cheaper. Basically, what you're going to do is, from wherever you are in the world, you're going to call a U.S. number on your satellite phone, on your cell phone or on your landline phone, and then you're going to put in the number of the satellite phone you're trying to call, and that'll transfer you. And this is usually much cheaper. It's usually like $1.50 or something an hour. I have that phone here in my phone. It's usually called something like a two-stage sat phone number. So here you see I have it. Probably can't see it really clearly here, but the number is 1-480-768-2500. That's probably going to be in like most of your satellite phone materials, but I'll just go ahead for fun and I'll type it out here for you. 001-480-768-2500. So if I was to call this number, I'm here in Mexico, but this would just be like calling to the U.S., not too expensive. And then once I got connected there, I would put in the satellite phone number, the 8816, etc., the number for that phone there that I'm trying to call. And the charge will be much less for it. So this is a technique that you can use, especially when you're trying to call multiple numbers, let's say for an evacuation or some other serious situation. You definitely want to have that number programmed into your phone so that you can use that. That's the two-stage dialing system that Iridium has set up for us. Okay? And of course, you can always contact your safety and security staff to get that number if you need it further. Okay? All right, so pretty basic. We have our phone appropriately set up, charged, and with the antenna extended, we got good coverage here. Just here in my backyard, I don't have excellent coverage, but at least you can see how easy it was to make a call. Again, just check your dialing prefixes and testing, and you make sure that the calls go through, and then you can save them on your phones, and then you know that they're correct. In our next course, we're going to cover a little bit more about how to send messages using emails and text messages. Those are also have their own advantages. Thanks so much.